What's up guys, I'm Mr. Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy and strange TikTok videos you probably shouldn't watch at night. With all that being said, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video so it's recommended to others, they'd muchly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video.
This is an alleged photo of an interdimensional NHI posted by Stephen Greer. The figure behind the man is an alien and is supposedly performing a healing. So far, it looks okay, although it's very dark. But now look at the face of the man being healed. What is that?
I'll be honest, it needs to be more blurry for me to believe it. Look, I'm not trying to discredit Dr. Greer or anything. I'm just saying, why couldn't we get a better picture or turn the flash on or maybe even get a video or maybe even ask him to get in the picture? Just hanging out with my alien homie.
¡Hey! ¡Ya, vente, vente! Tranquilo, agarra el bote, agárralo, tranquilo, agárralo. Agárralo, agárralo, no te subas, agárralo.
Sí, yo pensé que me había comido ya y que me había tragado, pero claro, yo sentía que quizás era una orca, habíamos estado hablando de orcas poco antes, entonces tenía eso en la cabeza, pero ya cuando salí entendí que claro, probablemente era por curiosidad que se había acercado la ballena o quizás como para comunicar algo.
I could not imagine what was going on in his head when that was happening. He was legit in the stomach of a whale, or well, the mouth. Hey, I'm glad he made it out all right and he's not whale food.
So Area 51 just got hit by an earthquake, or did it? Well, there's nothing showing up on the USGS of an earthquake happening at Area 51. And you see all these marks here? Take a screenshot of it and come and ask me about it. Y'all know about M Cave, but do you know that there's several locations too? What about this testing spot? Oh, look at all these holes right here. Oh, ain't that interesting? Just to give you an idea, that's 545 feet each hole. And as you tell, there's a whole lot of them. Oh yeah, and don't forget about Area 6, that's right there next to it. Oh, and don't forget, to the southeast, you have the Dense Plasma Focus Facility. So let's check out one of the M caves. As you see here, this is one that you can drive semi-trucks into. Here's the other one. Again, you can drive semi-trucks into. Look at the size of the trucks here, and they can pull in and out of this. And then you have a hiker that, went missing. He found an M cave that you could walk into.
See, this is the reason why TikTok got banned. People like him exposing things. All jokes aside, if you want me to be honest, I think they're testing for something. I don't think it was a earthquake. It could have been though.
What is that noise?
Kind of sounds like construction going on in the distance, like with a jackhammer, but normally there would be like pauses in between that. It also kind of sounds like someone left a Bluetooth speaker in the sky and they just played fighter jet sounds.
What are the chances of two rivers 2,000 miles apart mysteriously turning blood red at the same time? And we don't know the cause for either. Worried residents in both Lima, Peru and Buenos Aires, Argentina have shared footage online reporting strong odors accompanying the discoloration. One local described the scene saying, "It looks like a stream of blood. We have never seen it like this." Now, while we don't know for sure what's caused either yet, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a scene from a biblical prophecy. I'll just leave that there for a second. Rather, in Peru, environmental experts believe that it could be caused by pollutants discharged from mines and drainage pipes flowing into the river. Despite this, local water supplier, Sidapal, assured the public that the water is still safe to drink. And they better be bloody right, because this river is one of the country's most important water sources. And then for the river in Argentina, authorities suspect the presence of aniline, which is a toxic substance used in dyes, and they believe that it could have been dumped there by local companies. But then again, if Jesus did want to come back, It's not a bad time.
That river does look something straight out of a horror movie. I had to look it up for myself, and Dylan was right. It is caused by aniline contamination. Other than that, I don't know how both of them turned red at the same time, though.
Tourists on a boat spotted this mysterious object hovering in the sky. A flock of birds seems to be attracted to it as it swirls and moves. Is this a natural phenomenon?
I think that's just a swarm of insects together, and the birds are just now swarming it, having an all-you-can-eat buffet.
We've been talking about the fog, right? And everybody's freaking out about the amount of fog that's going around.
Not only nationwide, worldwide.
Well, apparently in the 50s, our government ran this experiment called Operation Sea Spray. In 1950, the U.S. Navy's secret biological warfare experiment in which Seriata marcescens and another bacteria were sprayed over the San Francisco Bay Area in California in order to determine how vulnerable a city like San Francisco might be to a bioweapon attack. They killed 1 American and put 10 more in the hospital. This bacteria affects the gut, the respiratory issues, and the urinary tract. Now, the person who died had a pre-existing thing, and so they were trying to say, like, none of this is confirmed. But then the military confirmed in a Senate hearing that this is actually an experiment that they did. And so they weren't held liable for anything because you can't definitively correlate the introduction of the bacteria to, like, that's definitely what got this person.
Yeah.
But it is beyond doubt admitted that they put bacteria in the air to test if the entire San Francisco region was susceptible to a biological warfare attack. So the reason they said it was okay to do is because this specific bacteria isn't bad enough to make people actually sick. They were testing a delivery system.
Yeah. Give us laughing gas or something.
But
Give us
that's-
something fun.
But that's what's crazy. 10 people, like, hospital stays, and one of them died, and it's like, well, that was just a test and a risk we were willing to run.
It is either there's something sinister happening or the biggest coincidence ever that across the whole nation, people were like, dude, this is weird fog. What's up with this fog? And then 2 weeks later, this giant influenza A, influenza B, norovirus, and RSV is rampant.
Yeah.
I think over 11,000 people in the U.S. have died so far from it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy that they released this into the city for testing purposes. Bro, you freaking hurt 10 people and eliminated 1 of them. This is just a thought I had. I feel like they don't really care, and they just keep us healthy enough just to keep this machine moving, if you know what I mean. That's just a thought.
Great white. Great white. Great white shark. I'm out of here. Oh, mate, get out of the rudder. Oh, mate, get out of the rudder. There's a huge great white behind me. Following me. He's still behind me. He's going at my rudder. He's following me. He's still here. He's still behind me. He's just following me. He's still following me. He's got a distance, but he could swim up on me at any moment. Tangaroa, please. Get me home safe, Tangaroa.
Bro, if I was you, I would be paddling so fast. Even after all that, I don't think that's gonna work because from the bottom up, from a shark's point of view, you just look like a tasty seal. I'm glad he made it out of there all right, though.
Alright, ByteDance may have just created the best AI video generator yet, and it has the potential to disrupt the entire marketing industry. It's called Goku and has features that blow away the competition. Let me break down what makes this insane. ByteDance trained Goku on over 160 million image text pairs and 36 million video text pairs, absolutely crushing previous training datasets. The quality of the video is incredible. Physics, movement, clarity. In benchmarks, Goku scored 84.8 on VBench, beating every other video generator, including Pika, Runway, and Kling. But here's what's really groundbreaking. They're also releasing Goku Plus, designed specifically for creating advertising content. It can generate hyper-realistic human avatars over 20 seconds long, turn product images into dynamic video clips, create natural interactions between products and people, generate custom high-definition marketing videos. Crazy. Basically, it could create any kind of commercial or ad content at 100 times lower the cost than traditional production. From what I've seen with the examples, the motion, detail, and realism are at another level, and the ability to do complete marketing videos from a single prompt is a massive game changer. Right now, it's still in research preview, but as soon as it releases, I'll do a full tutorial showing you how to use it.
If I can make product ads this easy with Goku, I'm starting a Shopify store immediately. At this point, it's going to be really cheap to make commercials now because they don't got to pay real people anymore. They can just go to Goku. I can see it now. These commercials are about to be out of this world.
Since when can you see the shadows of the clouds? Do you see that? I don't think I've ever seen that. Have you?
I've always seen clouds project shadows on the ground because it blocks the sunlight, but I've never seen it like reversed to where it's up in the sky where it looks like the sky's the backdrop. I can't figure out what this is called. I'm just finding a whole bunch of other searches about clouds projecting the shadows on the ground. So if any of you guys figure it out, please let me know.
So we all remember how the chickens caught the bird clap, right? Somebody just sent me a video of them dumping thousands of chickens in a junkyard. And I'm pretty sure that this is not the first load that they dumped off. The real question lies in that is if this is where Chicken Little family is at, the prices of eggs is getting affected by the bird clap. What is y'all eating? I don't think that they hear me. What is y'all eating? Because the rate that people are consuming chickens, it's not enough chickens. And right here, they showing y'all that they're disposing of the ones that caught the bok clap. So what is that people are consuming? And I know I'm not the only one that noticed when I was in the States that the chicken got a little extra chew to it. Kind of rubbery. Very, very interesting.
That does suck to see all that wasted food, but at the same time, if the chickens do have the clap, do you really want that? That is an interesting thought he brought up, because they're dumping all the chickens, which makes it harder to get more eggs, so they're just raising the price of the eggs, and it's just like, why? I hate when they do things and just don't tell us.
A woman just got back home when she's forced to lock herself in her car after seeing something running towards her. Madison finds herself trapped in her car after she saw the shadow of something quickly moving from a bush to the back of her car. She then calls her stepfather and begins to record, explaining that she believes what she saw outside wasn't human. As she cautiously scans her surroundings, she looks through her side view mirror and sees this.
I understand this is probably going to sound insane or look like a blur to you, but I was crying. I watched this thing move across in my rearview mirror when I was driving back of my car to the front. I could see it from outside and in the mirror. It got out of my car, like staring at me, but if I looked away, I couldn't find it until it was closer.
Standing on the side of the road is the faint silhouette of a man staring at Madison through the mirror. Shocked in a state of tears, her stepdad arrives, but they don't seem to see anything anymore, nor any form of shadow that might have been causing this.
When she whipped the camera around to show the behind the car, I think it was like the light coming in through the trees and was just projecting a shadow, but it does kind of look like a man, but she could also easily edited that in. But I honestly think it was just different perspectives of the light projecting a shadow from the trees.
Do you ever hear about the Doomsday Maps?
What's the Doomsday Maps?
So there's this guy, Gordon Michael Scallion. People called him like a prophet because he would predict things that happen in the world, politics, natural disasters, and one of the visions that he had was about how the world would look in the future.
Okay.
He was actually a cartographer as well, so he made maps.
Okay.
He drew up a map, what the world would look like in the distant future.
Don't tell me it's like blacked out. Like
the US looks like this. Pretty much all of California is underwater. Florida, the tide has gone over. It almost looks like a river in between America now. Yo, Ontario is cooked. Now this is where it gets really scary, right? If you take this map and look at the land that specifically all the billionaires been buying, and one of the billionaires being Bill Gates, put it side by side. You see these areas where it's dry in California?
They all have houses there?
Bill Gates owns all that land.
Oh my God.
Like for real, Bill Gates owns farmland here, here, here. I think he owns the majority of farmland in America, and everybody's moving to Texas. Why? Look how Texas looks.
It's dry, fam.
It's
Nothing's
dry.
affecting it.
So if everybody's moving there, and this is what I guess the prophecy of how the world's gonna look in the future. What's really going on here?
I don't know how real this is, but if it is, I am building the second Noah's Ark and I am just getting out of there. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching all the clips with me today. You're awesome. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.